In short, yes, it does. I mean, traditionally speaking, when you're talking strategic interests, it can be either economic, geographic, or political. Obviously, economically, no, because Canada does very little trade with Ukraine. If you look at official import-export statistics, I think Ukraine ranks somewhere around 60th or 70th in the world in terms of the amount of business that it does. I think it's somewhere in the vicinity of about $250 million a year. So it's a minor player in Canada's economy, so we do not have an economic strategic interest. Obviously, Ukraine is on the other side of the world, so we don't have a geographic strategic interest as we would have with any of our close neighbors, like, you know, the U.S., the Caribbean, the Central America, our neck of the woods, so to speak. But geopolitically, we do have a major stake for a number of reasons. One is that Canada obviously is a member of NATO. And NATO is very concerned with what's going on in Ukraine, and Canada, as part of NATO, has obligations to meet. The whole situation in Ukraine is destabilizing the whole kind of world order that came about in the wake of the fall of the Soviet Union, and anything that threatens world peace and stability is of interest to NATO, and of course is of interest to Canada. There's another dimension to that too, in that there are 1.2 million, more or less, Canadians of Ukrainian origin. So there is an interest on the part of Canadian government, obviously because a good chunk of its electorate is Ukrainian and has an interest in what's going on to Ukraine. So the Canadian government will have to pay some attention to that part of its electorate. And thirdly, I guess, if Canada is to maintain its role as a leading nation in the world from a moral, political, ethical standpoint, it's got to address any issues of human rights violations or violations of any kind of the political order and stability that the world needs to evolve in a proper fashion. So, yes, it is of strategic interest.